for any time, power or money is a measure of his worth. A man of such worth doesn't belong in society or is highly dangerous because he cannot be bought. Now this is my basic ideal for living, is to challenge perceptions of everyday ego-based perceptions that think of themselves as important when we are nothing but everything at the same time in a big scheme of things. So basically, world is based upon theories, and as soon as you think something, it actually happens. So essentially, thought creates your world. I mean, you look at your own life and look back into it, and you'll notice that every thought you ever had has actually come true. Now this is where the responsibility comes on. Have good bloody thoughts. It's important to have good thoughts about other people. Very important. And if you see a problem with yourself, you don't hang on to it and go, oh, I'm shit, I'm horrible. You just allow it to develop into into its opposite. Problem, solution. This is where psychic shit started happening for me. And once that starts happening, you see an incident before it happens, and then it happens, and you have a bunch of those in your life. I'm sure each one of us has preempted an act at least once in their life. No matter how unimaginative, boring you think you are, I guarantee you're not. Deep inside is a rich, complex world of an individual, and it deserves attention. Every single human being should give themselves enough attention, just like I'm doing to myself, for the benefit of humankind in the end, I hope. It's almost like a desperation, a desperate need to understand, because one day you're going to die, and what's it all going to mean, you know? I mean, it must be bloody intense on the other side, man. This is the break, and you can't know too much here, because you get to be the devil here, you know? You get to play the role of Lucifer through your everyday acts, pretty much, and eventually become an angel. So if you live long enough and live well enough properly, you'll see the sinner become a saint. None of us have to suffer for any reason. We choose to suffer. We allow ourselves to be brought down by someone else for some reason or other, because we think we're not good enough or whatever. It's like we're all equals, man. We all have something to offer, major something. And to think that you're off the hook is like, no. Even if you're the dumbest person on the planet without anything to give, I guarantee you got something. You think you got no interest, you think, well, maybe one needs to stop following everyone else's trends. We're human beings, we're not to be trusted. But what about we put that on the table and say, hey, I'm not to be trusted. All of a sudden, you become more trustworthy. Isn't that weird? Because you're aware of your indecency, you're aware of it. As soon as you bring it to the forefront and you're looking at it, you're like, oh, I don't want to be like that exactly. And you straight away shift and you start developing a new personality. Just as long as you admit something, you just need to admit it and watch it take hold, and you change for the better. It was a 7-Eleven worker from Iraq. I said to him, you're looking a bit depressed today. He looked at me and goes, Marko, I'm always bored. I can't wait for life just to hurry up and end. And he said it smilingly. In Australia, you don't say that to an Aussie because they freak out. But he picked his target well. I laughed my ass off. That guy inspired my whole book. He's the hero that got me writing a book that day. I started writing it that day. And it starts off with that friggin' statement. Our parents have so much responsibility. And they go, I'm going to have a kid to change my life. It's like, number one mistake. You don't have a child to change your life. If you can't do it on your own, don't use the poor little child to do it. And, I'm going to make it exactly like me. Number one mistake as well. If the kid turns out like you failed. Big time. And if you actually believe that you're that good, don't bother talking to me, because you're full of it. Because there's bigger things at play. And that's what life is. There's bigger things at play than just your little shallow ego that needs a little bit of attention, a bit of a pat. We're all crybabies, we're all sensitive, and we all fake that we're tough. And this is what we all got to realise. We all have an inner world, complex, highly complex world, where we're totally alone, and no one can ever reach us, because we're alone, man. Isn't it a beautiful, lonely place? You're always truly alone in heart, in here. This is what I mean. You'll think that's fun. Power, sex, drugs. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Well, it's not. And you know what? I haven't even had the power. I've had small amounts of it, and it's already boring. It's all fake, man. It's not real power. No one's got any real power. What's real power? Not getting involved, not wanting revenge. If anyone's out there really listening and you want to make a difference, well, begin by changing yourself. That's the biggest job you're ever going to do. It's going to take years.
Graduating Earth is a media platform providing education, awareness and insight for those seeking answers to enlightenment, spiritual teachings and life purpose as we move forward in these awakening times of soul development. Contact us at Graduating Earth on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Graduating Earth is created by Andre Lacoste. All videos are free to use and distribute.